Hey guys, welcome to another Trade Genius podcast. I got my good friend Bob Kudla here, and we got a chart showing you that the corporate insiders are selling in mass. You're not going to want to miss this. Let's dive in.
Trade Genius.
All right, Bob. So, it's funny because everybody's getting bulled up. Crypto's starting to pick up steam, and, there's a lot of enthusiasm there in that space as well now after being kind of dogged for so many months. So everything's looking like really perky, and everything's looking like another push up into the end of the year, which probably happens. But this graph here says, watch out below.
Yeah, throw the chart up. Remember, guys, for every buyer, there's a seller, and the people that are selling to you that are buying are the corporate insiders. And if you want to know who's the most reliable market person, is the insiders, because they know their companies better than anybody else. Which is really interesting to me, is that they're willing to sell even before the end of the year, Phil, and absorb the tax gains that they're going to get, which is pretty amazing to me, because I expected a good sell-off in January, from people locking in potentially lower cap gains with Trump and push a year out, blah, blah, blah. But that they're selling now is kind of scary. And just remember, too, I know there's a lot of talk, about Trump this, Trump that. We have a big year. Next year should be big, too. Is that all that could be done by the time we get to the end of the year, too, guys. So we could be up another 5 or 10% in the market and basically pull all of 2025 forward. And then all we have left is the sellers. So I just want to point that out to you guys, that big money is getting out of the market and they're selling to you. We always said that, look, you have to have a blow off top in order for them to be able to create the buying enthusiasm for them to sell out of the market. And Phil mentioned, Bitcoin. Bitcoin hit that magical 100,000 wall here. And so we're kind of consolidating underneath that. So keeping that in mind. And then today, Monday, basically it's Sell Commodity Monday, right? Oil down, Bitcoin down, gold down. And it could be just because it's short week, that the rest of the week could be seeing buying the rest of the week. So keep it on that. Phil and I are bullish, relatively so until the inauguration. And then I'm in a rotation point of view where I think big tech's getting hammered. We have a dispersion trade on too right now, Phil, where they're buying small caps and selling large caps too. So a lot of things happening under the hood that I think all things will change when we get to January.
Yep. And Bitcoin, like you said, consolidating under 100 grand. And whenever the Bitcoin moves are happening, usually what happens, or the way that they do it, is that when it's expanding higher, breaking out, then you usually see pretty solid buying through the New York session. And then they usually will take some profits going into Thursday and then back up again. When it's consolidating, a lot of times what we'll see is a Monday high that gets sold into, again, like Thursday, and then they push it back up again. And that's kind of the mode we're in now, now that we've come up into this 100K area. Makes sense. There's a lot of sell walls there. There's going to probably be some consolidation around here, but ultimately I think it does break through. They'll probably make it look like it's not succeeding. They're really good at painting a bleak looking tape right before they just kind of rip faces off. So just watch for the games around that. But I think ultimately, as we head into the next month, we'll be trading higher on BTC, as with the other markets as well. But again, I think we push up, but once we get into January, you really have to be careful about your positioning, because I think there's going to be some major implications to the downside.
Yeah, totally agree. Hey guys, check out our Black Friday specials, best pricing of the year. And Phil and I are going to try to be relatively available this week. Last couple weeks have just been crazy with my travel, the election, the Bitcoin going crazy, and hopefully things will settle down. We'll get back into a normal podcast fashion here. With that, thanks a lot, Phil. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
Trade Genius.